Let's start with some mid-week updates and talk about, first and foremost, the Kings of New York City. Who is it? Who are the Kings of New York City? For so long, it has been the New York Yankees. I am here to tell you right now that the Kings of New York City are the New York Mets. That's right, the Mets. Let's dive into this a little bit. Let's talk about these two teams. First off, we'll talk about that New York Mets team. This is their best start since 2018, okay? They are 10-4. They're out of the gates hot. They're looking great. The energy in the crowd is great. Francisco Lindor is back. This start has been great. As of yesterday, let's run through this. Pitching-wise, second best team ERA. First in strikeouts with 124 strikeouts. Second in whip, a whip below 1. A 1 whip means less than one guy is getting on base per inning, whether that be a hit, a walk, whatever it may be. The pitching staff has been totally dominant, without Jacob deGrom, might I add. Max Scherzer has been great. Chris Bassett has been great. Carrasco has been great. The entire pitching staff has looked phenomenal. Max Scherzer, 3-0 with a 2.5 ERA in 18 innings pitched. Listen to this. Dating back to last season, Scherzer has now gone 22 straight regular season starts without a loss. That is wild. That's incredible. Tyler McGill has stepped up and been fantastic. Chris Bassett, Carlos Carrasco, who just pitched a few hours ago, has been great. He has totally revamped himself. He got 19 swings and misses today. 19, which is the most since his last start, when he had 17, which was the most since his first start. Every start this year, he is getting the most swings and misses he has ever had. He's figured it out. The rotation in New York is fantastic. Offensively, Francisco Lindor. We all knew the shortstop he was when he came over to the Mets. He was one of the best in baseball. He really struggled last year. He was not himself. I wholeheartedly thought he was going to turn it around and be great this year. And so far, he is out of the gates hot. 4 bombs already. Last year, he had 230, a 322 on base percentage, 412 slugging. So far this season, he's batting 308, a 419 on base percentage with a 615 slugging percentage. That's just a total shift. The New York Mets are here, and they are here to stay. If you're not watching their games, do it. They're fun, they're exciting, the crowd is into it. And then I look at the other side of town. The New York Yankees, the Bronx Bombers, the biggest and baddest team in the land. Well, just a couple of hours ago, they're coming off a loss to the Detroit Tigers where they were shut out, didn't score a run, intentionally walked Miguel Cabrera, by the way, in the final inning, 1 hit away from 3,000. I got a bone to pick there. But I think we have a fan question about that later. So I will save it. That wasn't great. Nothing on this team has been fun to watch. The Yankees, who are supposed to put up runs in bunches, offensively, have been in shambles. Look at this. They rank 26th in runs per game. The New York Yankees, of 30 teams, as of yesterday, ranked 26th in runs per game. That's as of yesterday. I promise you it didn't get better, because what they do today, they scored 0 runs. There's no way it got better. It only got worse. 19th in team batting average. 4th most runners left on base. And listen to this. They are one of 6 teams in Major League Baseball that has been shut out 2 or more times already. Add another one onto that today. This Yankees team has big issues, and it starts with that offense. The pitching has largely been pretty good, except for the guy that they're paying more than any other pitcher on the planet, Garrett Cole, who threw an inning and 2/3 against the Tigers yesterday. Couldn't get through 2 innings. Not pretty. He now has a 6.35 ERA. Doesn't have a win in 3 starts. I don't know where to go with this Yankees team. If you're the Yankees, I don't exactly know what you do. The stats are awful. You're the New York Yankees. You're supposed to put up runs in bunches. You're supposed to outslug everybody. When they aren't outslugging, they're just not going to be very good. And that's where we are right now. They're just not very good. So I am here to say right now that the Mets are the kings of New York City. I got producer Conrad out here. He's waving his hand. What you got over there, Conrad?
Hey, Ben, I mean, the big question, I think, is what does this Yankees team need to really get going?
They need their guys to play like guys. They need Aaron Judge to be Aaron Judge. They need Joey Gallo to not hit 100 and strike out 3 times a game. Joey Gallo is supposed to be one of the biggest feared sluggers on the planet. He has 0 home runs and 0 RBIs. 0. You need your guys to be guys. And when I think of the guys on the New York Yankees, I think of Aaron Judge. I think of Garrett Cole. Those are the 2. Those are the main 2. And then you could go on to Joey Gallo, Giancarlo Stanton. You need those guys to step up. But Garrett Cole certainly hasn't been good. Aaron Judge certainly hasn't been Aaron Judge-like. And Joey Gallo has been just bad, to be honest with you. Look at this tweet. Joey Gallo on not being in the Yankees lineup for the 2nd time in the last 3 games. I'm not playing well enough right now to be in the starting lineup every day. I mean, it's just not pretty. So I don't know. I don't know what you do. Like, there's only but so much Aaron Boone can do. You put the lineup out there that you have. You have all the stars in the world. They're just not producing. So I don't know.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my other point is let's take a step deeper when it comes to the managerial side of things. Buck Showalter kind of had a little bit of angst coming into the season. People didn't know if he was the right fit for the Mets. They look like they're having a ton of fun, and the Yankees look like they're having 0 fun under Aaron Boone for another season.
Yeah, absolutely. Buck Showalter has transformed. Obviously, the team transformed. Steve Cohen came in and just brought a bunch of new guys in, and their team is awesome. But Buck Showalter was the perfect fit there. And he seems like he's come in and these guys have just totally embraced him. And then on the other side of town with Aaron Boone, you've been hearing about him being on the hot seat for years now. And then they come out of the gates like this. Like I said, you can't blame the manager for Aaron Judge not being himself. You can't blame the manager for Garrett Cole having a 6+ ERA 3 starts into the year. You can't blame him for Joey Gallo punching out 3 times a game. But at some point, like, you got to do something. And I'm not blaming this start on him, but I thought there should have been a shift there made at the end of last year. You're the New York Yankees. You haven't won a championship in over a decade. That's unacceptable for New York. That's unacceptable for the Yankees. So right now, the New York Mets, they're the kings of New York. They are the kings of New York City. This team is real. They are the first team in baseball to 10 wins. They are having fun doing it. They are an elite team in the game of baseball. Got to recognize it. They're a great team, and they just beat a great Giants team in an awesome series in Queens. Good stuff there from the Mets. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.